Oh, there you are, YouTube. Where are my Walking Dead fans at? Are there still people out there watching Walking Dead? I know there are. I'm one of them. My wife is one of them. But for the most part, I feel like whenever you bring up The Walking Dead, people are like, I quit that show. I haven't watched that show in seasons. I haven't watched that show in years. I quit watching the show when Glenn died. I quit when Rick left, but I'm still watching it. I still like it. I like that mini season we just had, like season 10. Was that season 10 or was it like season 10 COVID? I don't know. I think it was season 10. That's the thing about Walking Dead. I don't I don't keep a lot of the information in my head. A lot of the names I just forget, but I've watched every single episode of the primary, the flagship show. I haven't really ventured off into the spin offs, but season 11 just started, and I finally watched it tonight. And I thought it was good. What I liked about this one is I feel like we've been given, well, I guess season 10, that the previous season, that little mini season that we were given during COVID, um, was very like focused on specific individuals, and that entire episode was focused on them. And I like when episodes like that happen, but they were happening, consecutively. And here it was nice because we were doing some parallel editing to different groups. We had like Ezekiel and Princess, their group, what's going on over there. And then we had, everything that was going on with Negan. And I like that we were flipping back and forth. It kept the episode from being stagnant. Again, those episodes that are like that are nice when they are peppered in, when we are just very focused on a single character. But when it's consecutive like that, back to back to back, it does wear thin, I think, a little bit. But I don't know. I think in my head, the idea of that wears thin. When I'm watching those episodes, they really don't bother me. But again, going from that mini season, which was character studies, it was nice to have some parallel editing with different individuals. I liked seeing that. And everything with Princess, I think, like, she's just kind of been like, I don't know. I think I was skeptical about whether or not I'm like gonna like that character. It's kind of like, I think I like her. She's funny, but I'm just not fully sure. I'm sold now. She was hilarious when she was observing everybody, all those guards, and like knowing their backstories based off of, like, at first I was like, is she just making this up? Is she like creating a soap opera in her head because she's bored? And it, like, at first it kind of seemed that way, but it was clear that she knew what she was talking about. She was watching them as a soap opera, but taking in real things, not inventing things, which again, invention was what I thought she was doing. So that was cool. The way, like, her face just moved and would sit when she was providing this information to everybody, like Eugene and everybody, it was hilarious. I was just like, this, I'm won over now. I love this character. This is one of my favorite characters now. And I wasn't sure. I wasn't convinced, with all the previous episodes. I was like, I think maybe I like this person. I'm not fully sure. I know I like this person. So yeah, Princess has won me over, and this episode was the one that did it. I just thought that was great. Everything that she was doing, reading body language, picking up on little conversations, with what the guards were doing, that was all great. So I'm curious to see where all of this goes, if it has anything to do with Eugene's, wannabe girlfriend. What's her name? Stephanie, I think. Is, I don't know. I don't know where this is going to head, and I'm kind of amazed that this is the last season, because it seems like something that's going, you would need more time to flesh out. So I'm curious to see how the show is going to do that. Everything with Negan and Maggie. So Maggie is my least favorite character, has been. When she left the show, the actress left the show, I was like, all right, this is nice. And then when they came back, I was like, why did they come back? That show, Maggie had on, what was it, CBS or something, failed, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I don't think that's what it was called, Whiskey Tango. it failed, and then they brought her back, and I was like, why did they do that? Like, she like left the show. Did they leave on good terms? I didn't think so. But maybe they left on good terms, and they're like, if things don't work out with that show on network television, you can come back to AMC. She came back, and it's like, why? Just never really cared for that character. But I don't know. I don't know. That's mean. I don't want to be negative. So they are back and beefing with Negan. Negan has made a turn, and I really like his turn. Like, I guess this episode he made another turn, but I like the Negan redemption a lot. And I'm, on Negan's side, and I think he has been reformed, but Maggie's making it hard. She's making it difficult for him to stay good. I mean, I think he's staying good, but I think Maggie's dangerous, and he needs to find a way to survive, and that's what he's doing because he knows Maggie wants to kill him. So I just, at the end of this episode, he sort of just walks away from her. She's getting attacked by zombies, walkers, and it's like, I get it. He may not make it. So with her around, she wants to put him down, and he needs to survive in some way. And it seems like just walking away from her, letting her get taken down by the zombies is the way to do that. Another thing, the opening with I just learned this I watched Talking Dead also, the after show. And I learned that there are different variants of zombies, walkers. You have like roamers and lurkers. The roamers are the ones walking, and the lurkers are the ones that just kind of like sit around until they are stimulated. That was a pretty cool scene. There was a lot of gross zombies, or a couple of them. One that Negan was fighting that was pretty cool. Oh wait, no, that was somewhere else. These were like dried up zombies, actually. That was cool. But yeah, they found all these MREs, meals ready to eat, and that was cool. But I think, I mean, I don't know how much time they had in this area, but I feel like they could have found another way in, just like a door or something, or cut open a door, and then just let them sort of file out one by one and kill each one by one. And then all those zombies are dead. And then you can just get all the MREs, because they left quite a few behind, but maybe they had to get out, for some reason, just get back home. But I think there could have been a more effective way of doing that rather than zip lining or whatever it's called from the rooftop down into it. I think these zombies could have easily been taken care of had you just opened a door to the outside and then gotten each one. You have somebody stab them in the head, and then another person drag them off. Stab in the head, drag them off. Stab in the head, drag them off. So you don't have bodies piling up. So I don't know, but you have to come up with these unique ways of interacting with these zombies, killing these zombies. So I do understand why cinematically, or make interesting television, drop from the ceiling. Same thing with the bagged zombies that we saw with Maggie and Negan. That was just like a cool look. Like, let's give a new environment or something, and the environment is a bunch of clear body bags with zombies in it. That was cool. So you got to keep things interesting. You don't have to keep things logical and yeah, I think that will always pop into my head, like, hey, that doesn't make much sense, but we are going for interesting cinematic television here. But yeah, anyway, all of that to say, I still watch The Walking Dead, and I enjoyed this episode. So on that note, perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Peer Hangout.